I want to turn to the New York City mayoral race. We're about 2 weeks out from that race. What is your message to New York City voters right now?
My message to New York City voters is that we have one opportunity to save New York, and that means firing Kathy Hochul next year. Zohran Mamdani won a Democrat primary, and let's make no mistake, he is not a Democrat. He is a socialist communist. I call him Commie Mamdani because he is one. He is on the record for abolishing private property. He does not believe Israel has a right to exist as a Jewish state. He is conducting rhetoric that is anti-Semitic. He is appearing with literally co-conspirators of terrorist attacks that killed New Yorkers, including recently appearing with the co-conspirator of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. He wants to abolish prisons and release violent criminals into our streets, and he wants to raise taxes. And this is in New York. We're already the highest tax state in the nation. And Kathy Hochul, the highest-ranking New York Democrat in New York State, she bent the knee to Zohran Mamdani, which propped him up. So I fear for New York City. I fear for my fellow New Yorkers, but help is on the way. New Yorkers are smart, and all political affiliations of voters, Republicans, Independents, and Democrats, are going to speak at the ballot box. He's not going to get the majority of vote. It's a three-way race, so the majority of New York City residents will vote against Mamdani. And then next year, it will send a message that this is not the direction we want our state going in.
So from the perspective of the governor, what could the governor of New York do to mitigate some of the damage that we might see coming from Mamdani?
Well, first of all, let's look at what Kathy Hochul has done. She propelled and propped him up. And you know what Mamdani said this past week? It was not just an endorsement of him as an individual. It was an endorsement of his agenda, including hiking taxes. That's the number one issue in New York State, is the affordability issue, which Mamdani discusses a lot. The reason why we have an affordability crisis is because of Kathy Hochul and single-party Democrat rule on top of the communist proposals from Mamdani. Highest taxes, highest energy prices, highest utility costs, worst regulations in the nation. We rank the bottom when it comes to running small businesses. We rank the bottom when it comes to being able to raise a family because it's unaffordable. So the governor needs to cut taxes. We need to provide a check on this radical socialism coming out of New York City.
Well, a lot of people have talked about someone who might potentially replace Kathy Hochul. I know you haven't officially announced anything, Congresswoman. Would you consider, should we look for you to possibly want to take that spot as governor?
Well, I'm very grateful for the feedback all across New York State, from Long Island to upstate to New York City. And these are not just Republicans, it's independents and Democrats as well. People who have never even voted for a Republican before, they are looking for new leadership to tackle the affordability crisis, to tackle the crime crisis, all caused by Kathy Hochul's failure. And let's be honest, Kathy Hochul is known as the worst governor in America, and it's because she's earned that title. So I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. I am not going to let my fellow New Yorkers down. I don't want to see this state continuing to go in the direction where my son feels the need to leave New York. We are proud New Yorkers. He's born in New York State. I'm born and raised in New York State. We want to save our state. We have to get through this mayor's race, but I'm looking forward to continuing that conversation with New Yorkers and ultimately building a coalition to save our state.
Okay, well, we'll be definitely paying attention to that. And I'll tell you one more person who absolutely wants to see New York come back. That's the president of the United States. It's his home state. His home is New York City. We all know that. He changed the skyline of that city. Very quickly before we go, how has it been as a congresswoman to serve under President Donald Trump once again?
Well, it has been really amazing. I'm one of the few New York Republicans that was here during his first term, and I was proud to be one of his top allies in pushing back against the Russia hoax impeachment. And to see him broaden the coalition, to do even better, to win all of the swing states, to make history in terms of the inroads in New York State, he just hit the ground running. He secured the border in record time. We are standing up for law enforcement, which has been under attack by Democrats in this country. We are focusing on America First economic policies and standing up for the forgotten American people. But I'll tell you, Laura, what I love about President Trump, among many things, is he is a New Yorker at heart. Even though he's a resident of Florida, he is a New Yorker at heart, and he speaks directly to New Yorkers, and people appreciate that, and I appreciate that as a fellow New Yorker.
I think it's one of the things that got him elected. And
For
what
sure.
people associated with him, and they said, this is so refreshing. We can finally hear somebody up there running for president who sounds like we all do. So we are looking forward to all that is in your future, but we're grateful you spent some time with us today. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, thank you.
Thank you.